On today's episode of The Young and the Restless, Adam learns self-control, Victoria finds out that Victor has a plan for Adam, and Diane seeks Phyllis's former position. When Kyle sees his father smiling at the Abbott home, he wonders if it's because of his mother. He tells his dad that she's been hurtful to him numerous times. Jack claims that she's a whole new person now. Kyle expresses his optimism but cautions Jack to exercise caution. After Kyle leaves, Jack recalls he forgot to bring his phone. A text from Victor thanking him for his assistance with the Adam case comes as a complete surprise to him. Chelsea, Adam, and Connor joke about at her apartment. Connor sarcastically informs Adam that Chelsea has been laughing at her own jokes since she returned from dinner with Billy, and Adam takes note of her upbeat disposition. Adam's expression becomes gloomy. Adam says to Chelsea, "I take assuming your date with Billy went well." As Connor enters the bedroom, even the waitress mistook it for a date, according to Chelsea. In contrast, socializing boosted her self-esteem and reminded her how valuable friendships are to one's well-being. Adam is not certain that Billy is the best option. Trying to act like a regular guy is futile. It never works. Chelsea has decided not to be embarrassed by her relationship with Billy. She is too dependent on him, Adam says, and he will eventually tire of playing the role of hero. Then Chelsea interrupts him. What she's heard up to this point is plenty. Billy meets Victoria at Crimson Lights, and she wants to chat to him about Lily. Knowing the details of the breakup will help her comfort the children as they adjust to the news. They discuss Victoria's jealousy of Tom when he was dating Lily. Victoria freely acknowledges that she was envious of her friend who didn't get the improved, developed version of him that she did. Billy, tell Victoria she deserved better. A discussion about her unhappy marriage to Ashlyn Locke ensues. Since she helped the kids through that experience, Billy is willing to do the same. When Victoria finds out what he told Chelsea, she naturally wants to know what it all means for them. Diane, while working at Jabba, occasionally finds her way into Jack's office and finds a comfortable spot behind his desk. She props her up on it and smiles. "What do we have here?" Kyle asks as he walks in. Diane responds to his teasing by saying she has no interest in becoming CEO. Still, she would like to go up the ranks, but she doesn't want anyone to suspect that it's because she's back with Jack. "Continue working hard," Kyle tells her. "We'll have to wait and see." Diane continues to prod him to ask about a raise. Her ideal home is envisioned as a Marchetti. Kyle exclaims in disbelief, "You're seriously angling for Phyllis's former job?" While at Chelsea's, she tells Adam that her friendship choices don't have to be sanctioned by him. "We advise him to get over his hatred of Billy. It's the antithesis of helpfulness." Aware of Billy's abilities, Adam says. When asked if she agrees with the statement, Chelsea says, "So do I." Adam promises he'll make more of an effort, but if Billy causes her harm, he won't let it go. It's Chelsea's life, Chelsea says, so he should just accept whatever happens. At Crimson Lights, Billy denies that Chelsea played any role in his breakup with Lily. Once upon a time, as Victoria can attest, they were engaged. As a pair, they just emerged from a very tough and emotionally taxing period. Maybe he had an epiphany and realized he could save the day for her. "You literally just saved her life. If feelings beyond platonic friendship are beginning to develop, he should wait." Victoria chimes in by saying that Katie is envious of his time spent with Johnny and Connor. "What this entails for your loved ones is something you must consider." Kyle warns Diane at Jabba that Phyllis would go crazy if she found out she got Phyllis's former job. Diane insists that this has nothing to do with her wanting revenge on Phyllis. When his mother questions his decision, Kyle says, "It's all about the looks, Mama." Diane is confident in her abilities to perform the duties of the position. "You should let me assist you." Kyle is confused and wants to know, why now? Diane explains that she enjoys watching the Abbotts work so closely together and that she is glad that Jeremy Stark is no longer a threat. "I'd like to be a part of it. I want to be adopted into the family." Instead of being driven by ambition, Kyle now sees the job as a way to feel a part of a team. Despite Diane's assumptions, he assures her that it doesn't seem stupid to him. "Not at all, Mum." Diane simply wants to make a difference and take part. Kyle maintains that leading a business unit isn't the only option. "I'm sorry, but I can't hire you. But I'll chat to Summer about it, and we can try again." That means a lot to Diane. Suddenly, Jack walks in. There's no mistaking his mood as he delivers Kyle his phone. He leaves to see how Summer, who has been away, is doing. Diane checks on Jack to see whether he's doing all right. Their discussion included Kyle's request that they take it easy. Diane thinks he has other issues. Jack is getting ready to have a tough talk with his son, Kyle, about his involvement in Victor's plot against Adam. In Newman, Victoria finds that Victor has just hung up on a member of the board of the bank holding Tucker's debt. Victoria is eager to get things going before Tucker has time to realize what's happening. Her determination and ability to stay on task were qualities that always impressed Victor. He hopes that Adam will finally put his skills and intuition to good use. As an alternative, he works in a useless position at Jabot. If Adam brought his financial savvy and knowledge to our organization, just think of what we could accomplish together in her orbit. Victoria anticipates that her father will soon reveal his plans for his wayward son. When Connor and Adam meet at Crimson Lights, he asks Adam several pointed questions about how he repaired the printer, and they discuss the contents of Connor's report. Adam is aware that the young man has had a lot on his plate recently, what with Johnny and Billy and all. Connor shrugs, saying that Chelsea is more content now that Billy is there. Adam assures him that whenever he feels the need to vent, he has an open ear. The arrival of Billy prompts Adam to instruct Connor to wait in the car. If Billy is correct, Adam must have some thoughts about he and Chelsea's dinner plans. Yes, Adam says, I do. However, that's not why he sought him out specifically today. He's planning a pleasant outing for Connor and Johnny. According to Billy, that's something the lads would really dig. Anything else, Adam? He inquires. It would appear that Chelsea has found them face to face. Jack explains to Diane at Jabot how Victor thanked Kyle by text for his assistance and told him to stay tuned. I knew it. He's been lying to me the whole time. Kyle gives Summer an update on Diane's desire to manage Marchetti home and tells her they'll talk about it again in the future as the two of them chat on the phone in the hallway. Jack tells Diane in the office that he doesn't think anything good can come from a partnership between Kyle and Victor. He tells Diane that this isn't the first time this has happened. In fact, he and she were very close during her absence. The expression on Diane's face says it all. Jack claims he was caught off guard by the degree of the treachery. Kyle reappears at that moment. There's tension at Newman as Victoria and Victor fight over whether or not Adam will come back to work. Victor believes that all he needs is to be treated with dignity. This is something Victoria has only experienced firsthand because her father has been seriously harmed. Victor reassures her that he can handle himself in any situation. According to Victoria, Adam is the type of man who pins all of his problems on Victor. Victor is convinced that there is some validity to that. Victoria is adamant that he owes Adam $0. You should avoid putting yourself in a position where Adam will blame you for his failure and act out against you. Ultimately, you're going to have to find a way to let him go. Adam assures Billy at Crimson Lights that he will contact him soon to arrange a meeting. It's then that Billy says, "Okay, Adam," expecting great things. As Adam walks out the door, Chelsea calls out to Billy, "What happened?" "Nothing actually," Billy says. According to Chelsea, Adam has accepted to step back. Billy is proud of himself for maintaining his word. He's not too keen on them hanging out, Chelsea warns. Billy had a similar exchange with Victoria and is curious as to how it makes you feel. Chelsea is tending to her health and wonders why she bothered thinking about whether or not they looked like a couple at society. There is a grin on Billy's face. Chelsea has decided to stop caring so much about what other people think of her. Thank goodness for this present moment. We should all be so fortunate. Friends. Friends? Billy says with a grin. When Victor and Victoria arrive at Newman, Victoria explains that Adam has made it apparent he does not want to be a member of the family. Take his word for it, as they say. A key point in Victor's case is that he is essentially him. Victoria warns that he poses a threat and cannot be trusted. Victor has attempted to ignore him, but he is unable to because, and I don't want to. His intentions to rehire Adam, he tells her, will have no unfavorable effects on the business or on her. He is capable of looking after himself. Victoria is concerned that Adam will constantly have a bad effect. Vic can't bear to lose him. After missing the marketing meeting, Kyle at Jabot is concerned that Jack is furious with him. It's not, Jack argues. Diane hurriedly departed from the conversation. Kyle turns to his father for an explanation, fuming. "You've been lying to me," Jack exclaims. Kyle is confused by his comments. Jack tells him that he forgot his phone at home and that there was a message waiting for him when he checked it later. As Victor Newman puts it, from here on out, as Adam strolls into the office, Kyle argues that they must have misunderstood each other. Jack relays the message's contents to Kyle and wonders aloud, "What am I misunderstanding here?" For whatever reason, Kyle pretends to be oblivious and says, "I don't know." Jack screams that Adam at Jabat has been sabotaged because Kyle has been working behind his back with Victor Newman. "Why, I have no idea. So why is it that you're so set on forcing Adam out of? For the reason that he doesn't belong here, Dad," shouts Kyle back. Adam sighs outside of the door.